evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's matchup as the George Washington Patriots host the Flying Eagles from Woodrow Wilson High School. First, let's meet the starting lineups. First for Woodrow Wilson out here on the third base line. Leading off, center fielder Maddox Sims. Batting second, shortstop Tyler Wilhite. Batting third and third baseman Drew Gallagher. And catching, batting fourth, Gage Price. Pitching and batting fifth, Brady Williams. Batting sixth, designated hitter Parker Williams. Batting seventh, first baseman Austin Long. Batting eighth, second baseman Will Farish. Batting ninth, Jax Adams in left field. And also in right field, Aiden Scarborough and the rest of the Flying Eagles from Woodrow Wilson. And now your home team, George Washington pitching, Slade Barton. Batting sixth, right fielder Luke Gordon. Batting seventh, second baseman Joel Nelson. Playing in center field and batting eighth, Cole Ellis. And batting ninth in left field, Hunter Stewart. And playing the hot corner tonight for the Patriots, Wyatt Barnett and the rest of the Patriots and the coaching staff. Now if everyone will please stand and rise. I guess that's the same thing, whatever. Remove your lids for the national anthem.
Good evening, this is Michael Sussman joining you live on HD Media Game Day for today's contest between the George Washington Patriots and the visitors, the Woodrow Wilson Eagles. As GW out there, Slade Barton getting the ball today. We'll give you the starters for the Patriots who come in fresh off of a trip to Memphis, Tennessee. They played some big-time competition down there, as we'll give you the starters. Chuck Kelly leads off, plays first base. Corbin Dixon, the catcher behind the plate. John Falla at shortstop. Eli Smith is the designated hitter in the cleanup spot for George Washington. Slade Barton will slash fifth. He's on the hill. Luke Gordon in right field, batting sixth. Joel Nelson hits seventh. He's at second base. Cole Ellis in center field. Hitting eighth, Hunter Stewart is in the 9-hole in left field and not hitting at third base. Number 10, Wyatt Barnett. As for Woodrow Wilson, Maddox Sims leads off. He starts in center field. Tyler Wilhite at shortstop, hitting second. Drew Gallagher at third base, batting third. Gage Price is the catcher, as he'll hit cleanup. Brady Williams, the pitcher, batting fifth. Parker Williams, the designated hitter in the sixth hole. Austin Long at first base, slashing seventh. Will Farish at second base, hitting eighth. Jax Adams is in left field to round things out, and not hitting out there defensively is Aiden Scarborough. Got a treat today. You're going to see one of the best right-handers in the state of West Virginia, potentially the best right-hander. Perfect game, listed him number 2. Barton committed to West Virginia University. Talked to Coach ahead of the action, and he's got some flat-out nasty stuff. We'll get into that over the course of the broadcast as we are live at Floyd Wilcox Field. It took a lot of work to get today's game in. They were in the dugouts until about 30 to 45 minutes ago, as it's been raining pretty much all day in Charleston. But what do you know, just a light drizzle now as it stopped just in time. So Maddox Sims will lead things off, the center fielder. Sims having a great year, batting .500 as Barton will rock and fire. Slow roller back to him. Barton steps and throws to first, and George Washington with one. So Sims there able to make contact with the 90-mile-per-hour heat, but just beat it into the ground. Good job there by Barton. Field in his position as Tyler Wilhite will stand in. GW, the state runners-up from a year ago, as they beat Martinsburg in the semifinal, and a tough loss to Cabell Midland in the championship game. Here's Wilhite slashing second, nobody on, one down, and it's off the plate, away. Wilhite slashing .417 from the belt here. Barton steps and goes. It's over the heart of the plate. Two-man umpiring crew. Tom Alois down the first base line. 1-1 pitch. Barton will get a strike two call. Got good fans behind us, as you can probably tell. Good following from Woodrow Wilson, making the little over an hour trip down the turnpike. A check swing here. Wilhite, they check the first base blue. He says he did not go. Wilhite, .531 on base percentage, 10 hits this year. Nobody on, one away, even 2-2 count as Barton will rock and go. Chopping ground ball, moving over, third baseman chucks to first in time as the play made there by Wyatt Barnett. Barnett there doing exactly what you're supposed to do. That ball in the 5.5 hole, the slow one. The third baseman's momentum takes him across the diamond. They're going towards first base. Good job there on the move. Slade Barton, 7 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks to this point, as he'll get a fresh pearl. The lights flickering on here. Got some fans out in straightaway center. So here is Drew Gallagher, third baseman, as Barton hopes for the 1-2-3 inning. Elevated heat there, ball one. Gallagher, 9 hits, 10 RBIs, couple of doubles. As Barton will come set once again, 1-0. And that's right down the middle. It's just cold enough you can see the breath starting to come off the players, so I think that temperature only going to drop over the course of the night. 1-1, slashed to short, the throw to first in time, and the side retired. Well done there by George Washington and John Falla making the play. No score, we're back in the bottom of the first on HD Media Game Day. Today's game brought to you by the George Washington Boosters. for Brady Williams.
All right, 4, let's go. Let's go, kid.
Chuck Kelly, multi-sport standout. He was on the basketball team that made it all the way to the state championship game. As the first delivery from Williams is a ball up and away. Kelly, an integral part of that team, a good two-way guy, kind of a glue player as the 1-0 pitch is outside. Coach Rick Green did a phenomenal job, got him right on the brink. As another team contending here, George Washington, will face the 2-0 and gets the strike one call as Williams snapped off the 12-6. As Kelly digs in, 2 balls a strike. Finds the grip, Williams to the plate. It's by him, second strike. Chuck Kelly slashing 231 as the 2-2's offered. And he'll take down, good leave as Dixon stands on deck. Nobody on, nobody out, full count. And the payoff pitch is chased up as Kelly down on strikes. So Williams will start off with the K. In the field for Woodrow Wilson, Maddox Sims in center field, Tyler Wilhite at shortstop, Drew Gallagher at third base. As we'll watch Corbin Dixon here against the right-hander. Gage Price behind the dish, Brady Williams on the bump. Parker Williams is designated hitting Austin along. The first baseman, Will Farish at second, as that's up by the helmet. Jax Adams in left and Aiden Scarborough in right field. Dixon committed to the apprentice school to play college ball, as Williams will stride and go. And that's well outside. Last year we saw Corbin Dixon hit a grand slam. It was gone by a mile, bounced off the school. And the 2-0 pitch down in the turf. So 3 balls in a row after the strikeout of Chuck Kelly. And to the plate, 3-0. Dixon had the take all the way. He'll watch a strike one. Head coach Mike Davis has been at the helm since 2016. And the 3-1 offering well outside as Dixon will trot down to first base. Coach Davis has this program flipped, made the state championship game 2 out of the last 3 years, and if you just look around the confines, it's absolutely gorgeous. They've added an indoor shelter over next to the bullpen. Just some of the bells and whistles, the whole concourse area redone. So here's John Fowler, shortstop, having an all-world season to this point. And the delivery is outside. Sam Nelson here, courtesy run in for the catcher over on first base. And the 1-0 is up. Fowler hitting .500, couple of doubles, has got a triple, also left the yard. And the 2-0 is up. A curveball just didn't snap enough. So 7 straight out of the zone here. Got to be intelligent if you're Fowler with the rest of the AB. And that'll catch a piece of the strike zone, 3-1. 8 RBIs for Fowler. It's to the dish and hit over top of the cages. John Fowler up, Eli Smith in the on-deck circle. As you get a look at the pinstripe uniforms there, they introduced those a couple years ago. Kind of looks like Vanderbilt, just burgundy version. Floyd Wilcox Field, the VIP seating up by the cars, kind of creates a natural stadium As that's ball 4. As Falla will trot down to first and second.
Next up, DH, Eli Smith.
So DH, Eli Smith will step in here. One down, first and second. Williams could really use a ground ball. As he'll cross at the knees, called strike 1. As Williams gets on the same page. And he'll offer nothing in 1. Outside, count even. At one point, it looked like this game was not going to happen. Coach Mike Davis was cutting the grass in the rain. And a quick pause. And the 1-1. They'll get strike 2. The lawnmower actually got stuck at one point. 4 or 5 guys had to help push it. So talk about dedication pertaining to getting a game in. As we got a quick conference over on the hill. And now they'll involve Price. Glad to be joining you on HD Media Game Day. We've got over 20 baseball games this season across the region. We've been to Winfield, South Charleston. First time here at George Washington, but the first of many in the month of April. I guess we're close to April. It's the 31st. As Williams will look on, Price gets the sign down. And the 1-2 is by him. So colorful scorecard so far for Williams. Strikeout, walk, K. Up now, Slade Barton slashing .308. 400 on base percentage. The pitcher trying to help out himself. And the delivery at the knees, he'll get the call. Barton, 4 RBIs, 3 singles, 1 double. As Williams will stride towards the plate, it's a ball low. Got the whole front step crew activated over there for GW. They were riled up before the game, kind of embracing the rain. And to the plate, 1-1. And it's swung on and missed as Williams will go in front. We thank the GW boosters for making these broadcasts possible. As Williams will take a peek at second. Chasing a third strikeout. And it's a shot hit towards second base as they'll get the out at second. Play made by Will Farish as we'll head to a quick break. No score through 1. This game brought to you by the GW boosters. With you on the call as Beckley faces the Patriots. 4, 5, 6 in the order here for Woodrow Wilson. As it'll go Gage, Price, Brady Williams, Parker Williams. Barton got a 1-2-3 frame, 3 ground outs in the first. Starts off ahead there. Barton with an interesting skill set. He's got a cutter and a two-seam. They're 2 different pitches. And that's just high heat by him as the count goes 0-2. Williams hitting .364. As the rain going to pick up a little bit. 0-2. Strike 3 call. You wonder if the first time through the order for Woodrow is going to be a challenge. You just don't see 90 miles per hour that often in high school baseball, maybe once or twice a year. As Price down watching, up now Brady Williams. And the pitch is low. Got the averages mixed up there, broadcaster. This is Brady Williams, and he's still hitting .364. The 1-0 is hit well to deep right field. This has got a chance, and it's over the wall. Solo shot, Brady Williams. Woodrow Wilson draws first blood in a downpour. Just a wonderful opposite field shot there. And that's something you can do at GW. It's probably about 265, 270 down that way. And kind of the upside of the smoke coming from the mound is if you hit the barrel, it's going to move. And up now, Parker Williams. Parker Williams, the junior, slashing .280. And that's hit over towards the dugout. Energy picking up over in that Eagles dugout as Barton goes to the plate, fouled backward. Parker Williams up, Austin Long due up next. Williams with 7 hits, 5 RBIs. Rain continuing to come down. You wonder how long the umpires are going to let it go. We do have a turf surface in the infield, grass in the outfield. Next year, the whole thing is supposed to get turfed. 0-2 pitch. Is swung out and missed. Well done by Barton, regrouping. You can't stay in those moments too long. Right back on the horse. Second strikeout for Slade. Up now Austin Long, the first baseman. Just under the kneecap, ball 1. Long, a sophomore, hitting .280, 7 hits and 25 at-bats. 1-0 pitch. It'll go 2-0. This is a solid Patriots pitching staff. They feel really good about their 1, 2, 3, 4. All those guys have a chance to play at the next level. 2-0. Chopped ground ball, shortstop, Falla. He'll throw across the diamond in time. Side retired, but not before Woodrow Wilson goes up 1-0 on a solo shot from Brady Williams. We're back after this on HD Media Game Day. This one presented by the George Washington Boosters. And we're back on HD Media Game Day. Woodrow Wilson up 1-0 over George Washington as we stand in the bottom of the second. If you're just joining us, Brady Williams went yard in the last. A lefty up to bat here for the Patriots. And it's right fielder number 11, Luke Gordon. Gordon hitting 143. And the pitch is lunged at, and Tom Aloise says he did not go. GW played teams from Miami. There was a squad from LA in that Memphis tournament. So dropped a few ball games prior to that, beat Point Pleasant 10-0. As that is called for a strike one. Specifically played Braddock, a 14-0 defeat, a 4-3 loss to Lockport, a 9-4 defeat to Ventura, and then they bounced back, beating Hayes 11-1 in the finale. Coach Mike Davis going to grab time. And I guess the chirping went a little bit too far from the dugout. He wants his guys to be into the game, but he doesn't want them overdoing it. And the 2-1 pitch is lifted over towards the football field. It's better that you have to dial your guys back. It's worse when everybody's just lifeless and you have to try to get them to get going. So I think he's got the better of the two problems in that scenario. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gordon, line drive shot, center field. And he's aboard. First base hit of the game for GW. Nice piece of low ball hitting, went down and got it, kept the hands through it. Third hit of the campaign for Gordon.
Next up, the Patriots second baseman Joel Nelson.
Up now, Joel Nelson. Runner on to first, nobody out. That's upstairs. They try the back pick. It's into right field. And he'll give up a free 90 as Gordon scoots up.
Shake it off, Coach. Let's go, Austin. Shake it off, Beckley. Let's go, boys.
So there he is, right in scoring position. Nelson slashing 385, 467 OBP. And Williams, the home run hitter, will lift the leg and go. And he's called for a strike.
Let's go, Brady. Let's go, Gage.
G-Dub enjoying some big success prospects-wise. You got Bryson Hoff over at WVU. We had him on the call routinely last year. He's appeared in 5 games as the 1-1 pitch is to the dish. That shot to right center field. Gordon sent around third. He'll score easily as Nelson heads for second. It was misplayed. He dove past the bag. The slide took him too far, and then he's tagged out. First an RBI. So RBI single Nelson. And then I think he skidded a little bit on that wet turf. Heads up play there by Woodrow Wilson, communicating with each other and putting the tag on him. Tyler Wilhite, they're up the middle.
For GW, number 3, Cole Ellis.
To bring up Cole Ellis, 8-hole hitter, center fielder. Nobody on, 1 down as we're knotted up 1-1. And that's away. Cole Ellis slashing 375. Off speed, called for a strike. Talking about Hoff there, coach said it's cool just to have so many Division I prospects. That's really never happened in the history of the program as far as this many at one time. Second strike called. But the focus right here and right now as we find ourselves in an early dogfight. Heard nope there from the blue. As Ellis got time just before, trying to break the tempo a little bit. And the 1-2. Just over the letters, count goes even. And Williams going to step off. Ellis, 3 hits. He's drawn a ton of walks. 2-2, chopped over towards the dugout. Impressed by the curveball so far from Williams. Just a good over-the-top break. It's active today. Let's see how often Woodrow goes for it. One shake-off, they get on the same page. 2-2. So down low. GW still loud over there in the dugout. They got the heater being utilized right next to it. It's about a 6 foot tall. Yeah, there it is. As that is slashed out of play. You got to be resourceful. I think that's a purchase that is paying off. Strong fight here from Williams as well as Ellis. And Ellis going to win it as he watches downstairs. Duck on the pond with 1 down. 9-hole man Hunter Stewart up to bat. Stewart having a solid year, .417 average. And the offering past the catcher. That'll be 90 more feet taken by Ellis. Second free base of the frame. Those types of plays so important. Just takes one mistake to kind of lead to a disaster. It's all about respecting the 90. That's a Coach Armstrong phrase. Learned it from him. A flag moving a little bit out in right center field. Soft breeze. As we bring you the action on HD Media Game Day. Williams deliberate. And the pitch is hit to right center field in the air. Looping towards right, caught on the move. As the runner here, Ellis, going to tag and head for third. Well done tracking it down by Maddox Sims. Tough ball to read there. Was tailing away from him towards the gap. Sims able to open up the hips and watch it in all the way over the shoulder. Back to the top of the order, it's Chuck Kelly. 0 for 1, went down swinging the first time through. As that's clobbered in the dirt, good job on the fastball by Gage Price. That's the toughest ball to block. Was watching Price in warm-ups. He was slinging it around the diamond. And the 1-0 is by him. Count goes 1-1. Some local scores recently. Hurricane knocked off Independence 6-3 over the weekend. They are 6-1 going into the week. Charleston Catholic with losses to Wheeling Central 9-2. They fell to Logan as well. 2 down, a runner on third, 2 balls, 1 strike. And the Blue gonna get time again. 2-1 pitch. Over the outside corner, called for strike 2. Deuces going crazy. As Ellis will get his lead here. GW trying to move in front. Another score, Nitro fell to Buffalo 3-6. 2-2. Is down and away. Corbin Dixon in the on-deck circle. Two outs, full count. And it swung on and missed. As GW going to strand one, they tie it up 1-1. We're back on HD Media Game Day shortly. This game brought to you by the GW Boosters. And we're back to it on HD Media Game Day. Michael Sussman here with you. Today's game brought to you by the GW Boosters. Up to bat here for Woodrow Wilson, Will Farish, second baseman. Slade Barton kicks and goes as Farish takes ball one. Farish 3 hits, couple RBIs on the season. Beckley 5 and 4. Is Barton going to come set and gets the strike call. Last time out, a 7-4 victory over Shady Spring. Got sideways rain. That's fouled off the netting. Got to be soggy out there on the outfield, but that surface has been through a lot. They used to park cars on it. 1-2. Called for strike 3. Third strikeout for Slade Barton, 13th of the season. All about getting the front foot down when you're facing a flamethrower. Here's Maddox Sims, leadoff hitter. And they'll say just a hair outside. Empty base paths, one down. And Barton from the belt. 2-0 count. GW with 2 hits, Woodrow Wilson with 1. But the one was Brady Williams leaving the yard in the second. And the offering is checked at, takes the ball in. As Corbin Dixon will grab it. Dixon, as we mentioned, going to the apprentice school, joining a couple other guys. Jaden Anderson plays there, as does Isaac McAllister, former Patriots. Early bunt show. And he pulls back. Jumped the gun. It's Jax Adams, 9-hole hitter here. Really booting it around today. And Adams will take a strike. Adams hitting .333. 2 hits and 6 at-bats. And the payoff is called for a second straight strike 3. And now it's Sims. Sims grounded out right back to Barton, first time through the order. And that's down. Capital at South Charleston was scheduled for today. Didn't get a determination as to whether or not they were able to get rolling, as that is swung on and missed. The 1-1 is down and out. Sims, the senior, 14 hits. And the delivery is called for strike 2. You feel like Barton kind of locked himself in. Maybe the home run fired him up a little bit. 2-2. As the count will go full. And it's Sims, then Wilhite. We do the payoff. Hard check swing, he went around. And Slade Barton strikes out the side. 1-1 ball game. We got a good one on HD Media Game Day. It's brought to you by the GW Boosters. We're back to it on HD Media Game Day. George Washington, Woodrow Wilson knotted up at 1 apiece. Brady Williams with the home run and an RBI off the bat of Joel Nelson for George Washington. Here's Corbin Dixon. First pitch offering over the heart of the plate, called strike 1. Coach said that Dixon's probably the strongest player he's coached. He squatted .490 ahead of the season. Count goes 0-2. The rain is coming down even harder. I think we're kind of on the borderline of what's playable. 0-2 pitch is lifted over the practice facility. Dixon, 3 singles, 3 doubles, and 3 RBIs on the year. Dixon going to call time. And the off-speed hit hard to left field. Corbin Dixon will make his turn. And it's the third George Washington hit. Really well done there from Dixon. You sit fastball, but you pick up the off-speed out of the hand. Good thought by Williams there to kind of go low, especially up in the count. But it just hung a hair as Dixon swung the hands through. Sam Nelson out to courtesy run for the second time. And here's John Falla, 0 for 0 with a walk. First one to Falla. Chopped hard to shortstop. They get the lead runner at second. The throw to first, not in time. Nice turn there from Beckley. They made it close as Tyler Wilhite and Will Farish nearly turned two.
For the Patriots, number 14, Eli Smith.
Now to bring up Eli Smith. Set to go to High Point University in North Carolina. And the delivery is down low. Williams got the better of Smith in the first, struck him out swinging. Sun nearly almost down. Williams will throw over to first. Got a good Patriots showing too. Some students up in the stands to the right of the broadcast table. So the plate 1-0. This is hit over the clubhouse. They've built this facility up. I asked Coach if there's anything new in the works. I guess they insulated the batting cage, but really the main construction took place over the course of the last 2 years, both the turf infield and then from the time I played here about 7-8 years ago to now, everything behind home plate looks totally different. Runner goes 1-1. Throw is down, and he's in there safe. Stolen base for John Falla. I think it was just 2 sets of metal bleachers before, now you got a whole wooden pavilion, seats behind it. As Williams will want to talk to his catcher here, Gage Price. Today's game brought to you by the GW Boosters. We bring you the action on HD Media Game Day. Also, be sure to check out the best paper anywhere, the Charleston Gazette. Our writers, Taylor Kennedy, Rick Elmore and company, are the best in the business at scouring the area, finding the best stories. That's over the helmet, 3-1. Smith up, Slade, Barton. 2 up next. 1 down. A base hit and score. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time. And it was ball 4. So runners at the corners. Beautifully timed jump from John Falla. That's all about reading and anticipating the movement of the pitcher. They didn't check him. He just crept and crept towards third and took off. Well done. So here's Slade, Barton. Here's the pitch. Chopped ground ball. Falla gonna stay put. as they get the out at second and throw to first. Play at the plate is not in time. Foul is safe. And Tom Alloy is now going to clarify that he was out at first. They did turn two as Gallagher went to second base. Farish threw it to first. And Woodrow Wilson will retire the side. Scramble sequence. We're back after this on HD Media Game Day, presented by the GW Boosters. And we are back on HD Media Game Day as Tyler Wilhite going to lead things off for Woodrow Wilson, tied up 1-1 in the top of the fourth. Wilhite grounded out back in the first. Slade Barton steps and goes. And it's a called strike two. Other than the home run, Barton throwing a gem, a one-hitter to this point, and has struck out 5, walked none. 0-2. Is swung right through 3 straight pitches. And that's the thing about the cutter and the two-seam. You know it's going to be heat, but you don't know if it's inward breaking or outward breaking. Tough on catchers, too. And it's a luxury that he's got an experienced one back there. Here's Drew Gallagher, third baseman. Will take down. Gallagher also out on the ground, first at bat. Gallagher batting .360. Swing and miss. And Barton also works in the traditional slider occasionally. Out there with short sleeves somehow. I guess he's pitching, moving around. It's not as bad. 1-1. Fouled backward. Most of the other guys have pulled out the long sleeve t-shirts underneath. You can just see kind of a misty fog up around the long wall and in the lights. It'll go Wilhite, then Gallagher here, 2-3 in the order. A ball and 2 strikes. Chopped backward. I think this is a game that only Mike Davis would give a shot, but I commend him. He earned the right. He ate his vegetables by mowing the grass earlier. 1-2. He's downstairs. Also over there you got Mike Armstrong, a junior college player, played in a World Series. Former Valley star on the coaching staff. I think baseball and football. 2-2 is outside. But in all seriousness, he goes a long way as far as working with these pitchers, holding on runners, just subtle things in their mechanics to help him out. Payoff pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. Slade Barton has struck out the last 4 hitters. Here's Gage Price, went down looking last time. And from the stretch, Barton will go down to the count. Gage Price slashing 250, 6 RBIs. Major League scores, the Pirates down 4-0 to the Rays in the bottom of the 4th. 2-0. Ball 3. Got the Cincinnati Reds rolling up 6-0 over the Texas Rangers. A couple managers there, Francona, Bruce Bochy, locking horns. And is Barton going to connect with the zone? Those are 2 of the all-timers right there. Nobody on the pads, 2 away. Hitters count here for Gage Price. Got to box it up. And this will come around. That was a decent one to go on. Over in the bushes. That'll be a long run for a freshman. At this point, the whole center field tarp being waved up in the air. And you can see it there on the shot. Payoff pitch. He's down low. That'll bring up Brady Williams. The last time up gave Woodrow Wilson their lone run and only hit with a 275 bomb to straightaway right. One of the weirder shaped fields. It's kind of like a diamond, about 380, 390 in center, probably 310 to clear it in left, and at one point in the ballpark, 255 right down the line and right. So foul it off himself. The key is to get into the right center field honey hole, as they call it. And that's an automatic triple. A 1 pitch. Called for a strike. Barton chasing strikeout number 8. As Williams going to step out. Williams slashing 364, 3 doubles, a triple, and a bomb. And he got him swinging. Slade Barton locked in. 1-1 ball game. It's brought to you by the GW Boosters. We're back shortly.
Let's go, Beckley!
And we're back on HD Media Game Day, 1-1 tie as Luke Gordon's up to bat. The lefty will take over the heart of the plate. Luke Gordon 1 for 1, singled in the second. 0-1 pitch. Curveball. Swung over top of as Williams dropped it off the table. Perfect height there, started it at about the thigh. And it just curled into the turf. Can go to the full complement here. Don't want to throw anything too good if you're Williams. As Gordon shot one back up the middle last time. That goes 1-2. Luke Gordon hitting 143. That'll rise after the last hit. It's such a small sample size this early in the year. Averages can definitely be deceiving. Two-two pitch is by him. Williams retires Gordon. Fourth strikeout. You're seeing a pitcher's duel. Up now, Joel Nelson. 1 for 1 with an RBI single. He slid past second base and got tagged out. And the delivery is called for strike one. Nelson came in hitting .385 as that's foul tipped backward. Talked about WVU earlier with Hoff. They put up an insane number of runs this weekend, winning 20-6 and 19-16 over BYU. Out there in Provo, Utah, as the 0-2 pitch is chopped downward. Talked to Andrew Caridi, the voice of Mountaineer baseball, during the week. And that's a tough one on the lungs. He probably needs a breather. Oh, 2. Called for strike 3, spotting up and sitting down another one. Is Brady Williams.
The Patriots center fielder Cole Ellis.
8-hole man here, center fielder Cole Ellis. Walked in the top of the bottom of the second. As that'll wrinkle away. Nobody on, 2 away, 1-0 pitch is right down Broadway, caught for a strike. Even count, couple of shakeoffs, Williams goes. This is pounded to third base, stays fair, the throw to first in time. As Drew Gallagher made a perfect throw. And we're back in the 5th, 1-1, something's got to give. Today's game presented by the GW Boosters. And we're back on HD Media Game Day. Michael Sussman here with you. It's a cool atmosphere here at Floyd Wilcox Field. Packed stands through a driving rain. Playing under the lights, here's Parker Williams. First pitch swing up the middle, cut off by Nelson. Throw to first. Beautiful. Joel Nelson making it look easy. Really all in one motion there. Went to the ground and sprung back up. Tough break for Williams, decent piece. That'll bring up the first baseman, Austin Long, grounded out back in the second. Slade Barton, step and go. It's a ground ball. He'll spring off the mound, flips to first in time. And pitcher's field-in practice pays off. And something he's going to have to do in the Big 12, field his position. Those are things college coaches look at. Coach said that they tested the spin rate when he was there. That's when they identified the exact type of movement that he had. Here's Will Farish. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Barton got Farish watching back in the third. 0-1 pitch. Strike two. And Barton working swiftly. Way up 0-2. He'll miss downstairs. 8 strikeouts for Slade. And he's got 9. We're back in the bottom of the fifth, 1-1. We're presented by the GW Boosters. Turn on HD Media Game Day. Hunter Stewart leads off. It's 1-1. It's been that way since the second inning. Brady Williams soldiering on through. Both teams have had excellent outings from their starters to this point. As that's grounded backward. Five strikeouts for Williams. And 4 walks. Keeping the unofficial score back here as the 1-1 pitch is down low. Got 20-plus games this year on the HD Media Game Day platform. And the offering is swung out and missed. Slowed it down there. Couldn't tell if it was a changeup or a curveball. That didn't move a lot, but either way, the change of speeds got him. As that's upstairs, 3-2. Williams is locked in right now. He does not want to wait. He wants that hitter to get back in the box. He's digging in that glove to find something. Sometimes that can be a tell. Stewart batting .417. Flew out to center field first time through. He'll take ball 4. So Hunter Stewart does his job in the leadoff spot, gets aboard. And that'll bring up Chuck Kelly. Two of Williams' strikeouts coming against Kelly in the first and the second. He's going to square to bunt. I was wondering if Coach Davis would go to that. Kelly is an excellent bunter. Last year he executed a couple of nice push bunts. In this situation, you just want to set the table for Corbin Dixon. On a night like tonight, manufacturing runs would be ideal. So it goes 2-0. Nobody out. Stewart takes his lead off first. Another square. Kelly gets it down. He'll race to first. Sacrifice executed. Stewart in scoring position. Now that's the guy that he is in basketball, baseball. Just cool and calm, does his job, and he'll get some high fives. Headed back towards the clubhouse. Corbin Dixon 1 for 1 with a walk and a single in the third. As Coach Mike Davis will give him some words of wisdom. Talked about Dixon squatting .490. The whole team has really taken advantage of that. All about the off-season work you put in. Sometimes you really spend more time as far as the whole year goes in the weight room than you do out here, as that's a called strike 1. And some other guys up in the 3s, benching in the 2s. Oh, and 1. As that fastball is well outside. It's Dixon up, John Fowler in the on-deck circle. As a rain commences that has not let up really since first pitch. It might have stopped right at literally the first pitch, but it was coming down by the second one. 1-1. Is fouled backward. Be sure to download the HD Media Plus app. That's where you can find all of our content. The best in sports news information. Ball and 2 strikes. Upstairs by the helmet, might have dropped the arm slot of hair and just didn't quite finish. Some people have elected to watch the games from their car, and can't blame them. 2-2 pitch, as that's popped out of play. Unfortunately, it's hard to set up a broadcast booth from a Chevrolet, so we brave the elements. Dixon 4 singles, 3 doubles. The pitch. He hangs alive. They do the 2-2 again. And this time Williams beats him. Brady Williams, after 3 foul balls. Keeps it simple. Goes to the high heater, says, beat me. Shortstop here, foul at 2 down, runner on second. We were talking to Coach earlier about all the Division I prospects. He said Fowler's got a great chance to be the next one. And shortstop with a chance to come up clutch. And that's popped over into the apartments. Just complimented his skills in the field, how quick he is with the bat on his feet. Just the type of stuff that you can't teach. Came in batting .500. A 1 pitch. Blocked in the dirt. The runner's going. Stewart might have slid past the bag, but he got back to it. That's a major factor in the game and something that the coaches probably want to go over. It's way easier said than done. Hey, just slide earlier when every game of your life it's different, but maybe you need to have that heightened awareness here in the final 2 innings because you're not really sliding, you're more so skidding. The 1-1. His glove blocked by Gage Price. Fowler's homered this year. He's driven in 8. Has a triple, 2 doubles. Two balls, 1 strike, runner on third. And the offering is just in. As Price tried to frame it, did not miss by much. GW 3 hits as a club. It's been a defensive battle. As this is pounded to the left of Stewart, nearly hit him. And Fowler back in the box. A chance to break the 1-1 tie. Williams deals. And it's taken. Ball 4. Fowler walks for the second time.
Next up, designated hitter, Eli Smith.
Here's Eli Smith. As Beckley sticks with the starter out there. And why wouldn't you? No action in the pin. I cannot see the GW pin. Usually they don't like to throw their starters long early in the season. As that's on the outside corner. But that's just kind of a matter of feel for the moment. They got him on the pitch count too. I remember Jackson Akers going deep for South Charleston in our first game. And when the season's only a month and a half, why not? I could go on all day about how you really need to push the baseball season further back into the summer so that you have more time. It's an everyday sport, which is typical, but at the same time, the basketball guys only have about a week of practice. Runners at the corners, 0-1 count. And it's well outside. Had that conversation with Ravenswood head coach Wes Swain. And if you're at a basketball powerhouse like that, you kind of have that issue every year. 1-1. It's chased downstairs. Williams 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam. Smith 0 for 1, struck out in the first, walked last time. This game approaching an hour and a half of game time. We started a little late due to the weather. As Fowler is going to take off for second, Williams just says go ahead. trying to bait him into throwing it down there. Williams up a ball and 2 strikes. As Fowler takes his lead, as does Stewart. And just off, Williams wanted it. So did all of Beckley.
Let's go, Brady!
I believe over the zone. Deuces across the board. Huge pitch. And it's down and away. Slade Barton standing on deck, hoping that his squad can position him for the victory. Ball 4 low. Smith will walk for the second time. Walk number 7. As they'll converge in the infield here to talk to Williams. You're watching HD Media Game Day. This brought to you by the GW Boosters. So conversation wrapped up there. Runner into the game for George Washington is Connor Tiano, number 15.
Next up for the Patriots, Slade Barton.
Let's go, B!
So Slade Barton can help himself and the club in a major way. 2 outs, bases loaded. Right down Broadway, strike 1. They went out there, they dried off the baseball. They just said, settle down. At least I can presume. I don't think they said freak out. And the pitch is chased upstairs.
Let's go!
Quickly up 0-2. Let's see if he can finish him. And that's outside. Barton batting .308.
Let's go, Brady! Let's go, Beckley!
The 1-2. They'll sneak past the catcher. Short backstop here at GW, so really no threat of danger on those. Maybe if you get a kick left or right with a speedster. Called a game over at Charleston Catholic the other day. Their backstop is ridiculous. Kind of like a major league situation.
Let's go, Brady!
And in some ways, you want to train for what you're going to see at States down the line. 2-2 is called for strike 3. Brady Williams gets out of the jam. The Patriots strand the bases loaded. We got a dandy. We're back in the 6th on HD Media Game Day.
for Jax Adams.
We're back on HD Media Game Day. Slade Barton with a one-hitter going. He struck out 9. That's our unofficial score. Jax Adams going to square to bunt. As it'll lead to a strike one. Tom Alois says yes, he did. Alois, a rock-solid umpire, also former Little League Coach of the Year. Adams, left fielder, went down looking in the third, as that's down low. Jax Adams came in hitting .333. The 1-1 is downstairs, 2-1. I think Coach Armstrong was a little frustrated there that he didn't squeeze the fastball. Even though it shouldn't, sometimes the visual of how you receive it can affect the calls. The 2-1 pitch scraped the helmet of Adams. Any way you can get him. As Adams will reach, we're back to the top with Maddox Sims. Another score update. The Reds have expanded their lead to 12-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Same spot. And the Mets up 10-2 over the Marlins in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch to Maddox Sims runs in as well, as it got past the catcher and no advancement. Sims grounded out in the first, went down swinging in the third. Barton here just needs to make a little adjustment, as the last 3 have been in the same spot. 2-0. Trying to lock it in with the off speed. That's inside for a third ball. So big time pitch coming up here, because if you're Beckley, you can maybe manufacture a run with nobody out first and second, as Barton zips it right down the middle. Slade Barton with 19 strikeouts on the year. As that's a sharp ground ball. Second base, Joel Nelson, foul to first. They'll get the lead runner, and just that one. Well done by Barton, regrouping. That'll bring up Tyler Wilhite. Wearing the big 9-9. You don't see that too often. Got to respect it. Hey, Coach, I want 99. Wilhite batting .417. If you hit like that, you can get whatever number you want. And again, the runner stays put at first. Dixon doing a good job bouncing. GW softball was at least supposed to be at Riverside tonight. Coming off of a 4-1 loss to Rock Island. I would presume that's a spring break situation also. They're 4-2. It's Coach Mike Armstrong going to come talk to Barton. And just a quick word, they'll leave him in. Wilhite, .531 on base percentage, 10 hits. 1-0 count, runner on first, 1 down. And from the belt, Barton gets the strike call, 1-1. Wins this year coming over Pikeview, James Monroe, Bluefield, Midland Trail, pertaining to the Eagles. Chopping ground ball towards the center. Foul, charges, then bobbles. And Woodrow's got first and second. Nice movement across the diamond from Fallon, just lost it on the transfer. And the old adage, if you put the ball on the ground in high school baseball, good things happen, rings true. As Mike Armstrong here going to point to right field. The Patriots making a pitching change for the first time. Slade Barton goes deep into the game, gives you 5 1/3, and gives up just 1 hit as he'll exit to an ovation. We'll be back shortly on HD Media Game Day. Today's ball game brought to you by the GW Boosters. We're back on HD Media Game Day. In pitching for George Washington is the lefty Luke Gordon. As he'll face Gallagher, it's by the catcher. Both runners freeze. Counts 1-0. And that might have been the right call because Dixon got a perfect bounce right off this left wall. Could have been a little dangerous at third. Gallagher grounded out in the first, went down watching to Barton in the fourth. And the velocity not dropping up off much. Gordon chucking. And from the other side, Luke Gordon, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. Barnett at third's got to remember he can step on the bag, go 1 as that slowed way down. Got him on the curveball out in front, 1-2. From the stretch, a ball and 2 strikes. Foul tipped, hanging alive. A reminder to check out the Gazette Mail for stories about prep sports. I think I saw a writer here earlier. I think he's up in the warm press box right now. I heard they got steak, lobster, champagne up there. Just kidding. 1-2. And chased for strike 3. As Gordon comes in and retires Gallagher. That'll bring up Gage Price. Gage Price, the Beckley catcher, went down watching in the second. And from the belt, Gordon will slide step. First pitch, curveball's down. Gordon's only allowed 2 hits, yet to allow a run. Talked to Coach Armstrong about how important it would be to have trusty relievers. 1-0. That's past Dixon. Now they do go. And 2 in scoring position. And the season, it really is a gauntlet. In the MLB, it's the doldrums of August. In high school baseball, probably more like late April. So Woodrow Wilson, a chance to blow it open. And Gordon delivers. It's well high. Price, the sophomore, slashing .250, 5 hits, 6 RBIs. Early show. And it's ball 4. Price will load the bases.
Let's go, baby.
Sets the table for Brady Williams. Is Price going to give him a quick word here as he'll come off? Beckley will bring the courtesy runner on. Number 18, Preston West, will courtesy run. Pretty tight varsity squad for Beckley. Only 14 players made the trip. The rain has finally slowed down a little bit, but it's certainly gotten colder. The pitch. Curveball over the heart of the plate. These are the situations you dream about as a kid that you practice in the mirror for. Bases loaded, 2 down. From the wind-up 1-1 pitch. That's by Dixon. And the runners stay put. For G-Dub in the next, it'll be Luke Gordon, Joel Nelson, Cole Ellis. 6, 7, 8. And with Williams' pitch count up in the triple digits, Beckley may have to turn it over to another arm as well. This game's had a little bit of everything you'd want: a home run, a ton of strikeouts, some good plays in the field. 2-1. And it's by him. Gordon 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam.
Relax, man, you're good.
2-2. And fouled off the netting. So it went curveball that time. Do you pitch him backwards or come right back at him with the heat? As Corbin Dixon will flash the sign, shakes him off initially. 2 shakeoffs. And they'll call that one a ball. It was around the plate. Dicey hold there from Williams. The payoff pitch, runners move, and he got him swinging. Luke Gordon gets out of the jam, and we stay deadlocked at 1. Back in the bottom half, you're watching high school baseball on HD Media Game Day. We're back to it on HD Media Game Day. Today's game presented by the GW Boosters, as we are in the bottom half of the 6th. GW with only 3 hits. Luke Gordon had one of them back in the 2nd. Brady Williams remains out there as that'll run upstairs. The rainfall is picked back up. As the 1-0 to Gordon is hit high in the air, deep left center field. This is carrying towards the fence. And it's out of here, Gordon! With the go-ahead bomb. He comes in relief. Gets out of the jam. And then gives the Patriots the lead. As you can see the dugout there, energized. And that's an understatement. And some tension afterwards. The umpire just going to calm things down. And that's to the opposite way, left center field. What a swing.
Let's go, Beckley!
Just some chirping, as they say. That's the layman's term. That is a stroke. That is a deep part of the ballpark. And now the incredibly effective bench warning. Over the highest part of the wall. One of the deeper parts of the ballpark. And Coach Davis just going to make sure the bench here stays in check. And I can say from the perspective here, it was really nothing out of control. You just don't want it to become anything worse.
Next up for GW, Joe Nelson.
And here is Joel Nelson. Coach Mike Davis, stoic, but you know he loved that one. As it's fouled backward. They got to fix the scoreboard out there in right center. Should say 2-1. And the pitch. Called for a strike. Oh, 2 off the outer half. Let's talk about playing big, being ready for your moment. A ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball hit to short at Will Height. Throw to first is in time. That'll bring up center fielder Cole Ellis. And now Beckley going to have to make a pitching change as Brady Williams will exit. Gets a handshake from Mike Davis. They really fought tonight from the moment the game started. We'll step to a break as Woodrow gets an arm loose. You're watching high school baseball on HD Media Game Day, presented by the GW Boosters. We're back on HD Media Game Day. Michael Sussman here with you out at shortstop. Now is Gallagher, the original shortstop. Tyler Wilhite will go to the bump. It's Cole Ellis up to bat. If you're just joining us, moments ago, Luke Gordon hit a solo shot to break the tie, which had been 1-1 since the second. As Ellis will shoot a ground ball to third. It's fielded and thrown over the head of the first baseman by Williams, who slid over there.
We're good. Check it off. Let's go. Back lead.
So Ellis will reach. And that'll bring up Hunter Stewart. Stewart flew out to right field in the second
Let's go. Back lead.
and walked in the fifth. Both teams on their second arms as Wilhite will look down, slide steps and goes. And that's down low. And the 1-0 pitch is down.
Let's go, Tyler.
Be sure to download the HD Media Plus app to find all of our content digitally. As we'll give you another MLB score. The Cardinals up 2-1 over the Angels. That game in the bottom of the fifth. 2-0 pitch. Runner goes. It was a hit and run and fouled off. Earlier, the Royals clobbered the Brewers 11-1. Really pretty scene watching the raindrops fly in front of the lights. This is a unique atmosphere. You're not going to get another baseball game like this all year. As this is shot down the left field line, fair. It's going to get to the corner. Ellis to third. Coach Davis is sending him. He's going to go. They missed the cutoff man, George Washington, with a big insurance run on an RBI shot from Hunter Stewart as he doubles. Hunter Stewart gives presumably Luke Gordon a little bit of breathing room in the next. Unless the Patriots have a closer up their sleeve. Back to the top with Chuck Kelly. He laid down a sacrifice back in the fifth. Prior to that, struck out twice. First pitch swing hit well straight away left field, and it's caught. Well judged and hung on to by Jax Adams. And it's kind of a tricky ball. It was sort of snapping downward. Not the traditional towering fly. You can overrun that one. Good swing from Kelly. He got through that one. And it's Corbin Dixon. First pitch swing. He roped it towards left field. And it drops foul in the Bermuda Triangle. Dixon, a guy that you feel probably got snubbed for the All-State list last year. Had several home runs. Was a mid to high 300 hitter. But a lot of good players in Class AAA. Now there's Quad A. Can't hardly keep track of what's what these days. As the 0-2 pitch is lifted high in the air, deep left center field. Ranging back, making the play is Maddox Sims. Side retired, 3-1 George Washington. They can close it out on the top of the seventh after this on HD Media Game Day.
Let's go,
Parker!
And we're back on HD Media Game Day, 3-1 George Washington in the top of the 7th as Parker Williams will lead off and takes a ball one low. It is indeed Luke Gordon back out for another inning of work. As he'll go to work, misfires down. This Beckley dugout has not lost any life after the 2 spot in the bottom of the 6th. First, it was this man right here, Gordon, and then later on Hunter Stewart providing the runs, as that's just under the kneecap, and it goes 3-0. Back to work, 3-0 pitch, and a similar spot this time gets the call. A collective one-hitter to this point thrown by George Washington. And that is well low, ball 4. Austin Long about to step up to bat as Woodrow will go to a pinch runner. So getting some wheels into the contest. It's Aiden Scarborough, who's played in right field and was hit for by the DH. So the tying run comes to the plate. Austin Long hitting .280. As Gordon finds the zone, called strike 1. Long, just a sophomore. This is a young Beckley team. They got a ton of sophomores on the squad. And again, we enforce another rule. I think he wanted him to come set when the hitter was in the box. 0-1 pitch. Is chased low, got the snap on the breaking ball. Nobody out, runner on first. No balls, 2 strikes. As Gordon goes to the dish, gets him swinging. GW now 2 outs away. Looks like at the moment Gordon's locating better with the deuce. That'll bring up Will Farish. Went down striking and swinging. As that's fouled backward. Gordon hoping to maintain the perfect 0.0 ERA, but more importantly, bring home the victory. And that's upstairs. One pitch. There's a called strike 2. Sharp ground ball, shortstop, Fowler, second base. This could end the game. The Patriots turn 2 and win 3-1 over the Woodrow Wilson Eagles in a game that endured frigid temperatures, rain throughout. A one-hit performance from the GW pitching staff. Slade Barton was sensational, and then Luke Gordon got to be your player of the game, not only getting out of a bases-loaded jam, but then homer in moments later. A great effort by Woodrow Wilson on the road tonight, and credit them for soldiering through it, for giving this one a shot. I'm sure glad that we did, as GW going to improve to 3-3. Beckley going to drop to 5-5. Big thank you to Dan Shreve back in the trailer and the rest of the production staff for doing what they do. 5 stars. 3-1 GW. This has been Michael Sussman on HD Media Game Day. Have a wonderful evening.